up. Hey, thank you for joining us. All right, welcome to the StewKast. How is everybody doing today? How are you, Corey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I know we're kind of a crazy day right now we're having here. Moving
Man.
around, a lot of moving parts. Yeah. We just outside of that. Just so you know, welcome to the StewKast. Is a pro wrestling podcast. I am the host, Lou Marconi at L Marconi 251. I'm also joined by my co-host and friend, Corey Castle at Corey Castle everywhere. My Twitter handle is at L Marconi 1973. Hey, before we get started, make sure you check out the sponsor of the show. It's in the description, called Hemisphere Coffee Roasters. Click on the link, order up some good coffee. He's drinking it right now. That's what he's doing. So we love that coffee. We do love it. Yep, just been one of those just getting on live. It's easier when we tape our other shows, but the live one, it just seems like we're just trying to get stuff done. We're like, oh, we gotta get on live.
It stresses you out, man. It stresses you out and having to go.
And I'm like screaming. I mean, hey, I said, you're up. Where are you?
Where are you?
You
got 8 seconds.
He sat down 30 seconds before we started. So, wow. I guess, news is new Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah. Again.
Second time. This is second time. Yeah. And it looks like, somebody said hi. Well, thank you, Julie. Hi.
What's up, Julie Leach? How's it going?
Julie Leach, thank you. Yeah, we're live. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. So there's people out there seeing this. So the controlled chaos of live podcasting is everybody's watching it, as you can see. So we're going to talk about Raw and Smackdown. And I believe next weekend is Halloween Havoc. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think, is it the 15th? The 14th?
The 14th. Okay. Well, today's the 23rd, or the 23rd. So if it's this weekend, that would be the 26th or 27th. So let me do my correct research here.
Which is normal WWE and NXT pay-per-views or premium live events take place on Saturdays now. So
and then we also, and then I think the weekend after that would be the Crown Jewel, which is November 2nd. Halloween Havoc 2024 is an upcoming professional wrestling event, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, let's see. Randy Orton comes to NXT to battle. Oh, it's an NXT. It's an NXT event.
Yeah.
Okay. What the heck is this? All right, let me get out of this.
I have
Go ahead.
I've been meaning to do something with this. I did like a watch along for the first 6 Halloween Havocs like last year. I've been meaning to like put that together in some sort of clip situation.
Just to be clear, Halloween Havoc will be on Peacock, and it's on October 27th, Sunday. It's an NXT event, so we can review that next week if you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll do that, and then the following week we'll do Crown Jewel.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. So yeah, so what were you saying? So go ahead. What were you saying about the Halloween Havoc? Go right ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, I finished saying what I was saying. I'm currently working on.
Shows how much I pay attention.
Yeah, you were barely with me.
What?
I'm putting together clips to put out for October. I didn't realize it was so far into October already. I think I got sent through a time warp.
I don't have that song on there anymore. I deleted it. So what we have to do, we have to realize that next week will be but one day away from Halloween. Yeah, October 31st is Halloween, and I did a Halloween show last night for a local podcast for the Squad Pod. The ladies, we were playing trivia and playing games and stuff, and I was dressed like Hogan.
Oh,
and that costume drove me crazy because of the hair and the mustache thing. I was just like, oh God, it was crazy. So yeah, just so it's still in the bag here.
Oh, nice.
and
Nice.
I had the ever so famous. I filled it out nicely. My Hulkamania T-shirt, brother,
Cool.
brother. So, but okay, so go ahead. Give me what you're thinking about Raw because I saw that Dominic Mysterio got saved by by Liv Morgan,
Dude,
but Braun Breaker winning the belt. I mean, yeah, that was nice because it
I
kind of
mean,
let, yeah,
Philly, it took place in Philly, so, uh,
okay,
it was it was cool, and then that the Halloween, or is it for whatever the event, NXT live at the 2300 Arena, they announced it on Monday, and it sold out that the day it went on sale, like, already all the way sold out for the NXT at the arena next Wednesday, I think,
oh, perfect.
like, that quick, yeah.
Oh, good. So they're selling tickets. They're making money. They're plus they got these levels of sponsorship deals that are just off the chains right now for what they're doing. So I'm telling you the truth. I like what the direction the booking is going. I mean, in a sense that they have people like I think it's a good influence in a sense that they're making it make sense and lead into the next shows.
Yeah, they're
They're not
making you
flying.
wanna continue watching the story, and they wanna make sure
Mhm.
you don't miss next week.
Including with the bloodline as
Mhm.
well as the whole Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio love triangle with Liv Morgan type of stuff. So kind of didn't really go into the Attitude Era with it, but they did push away from the PG stuff. I
Right,
think
right, yeah.
so. Is there a match that stood out to you in that? Because I'll tell you, some SmackDown. One thing that stood out to me that I mean, you might kind of roll your eyes that I might say this because it doesn't seem like my style, but I like good tag team wrestling where they work as a team.
Mhm. Yeah.
And the Motor City Machine
The Motor
Guns,
Ci dude, the highlight of my week really was seeing those guys on, debut on SmackDown. Uh, Really cool.
that was really nice. I mean, they just the stuff because some of the things I remember just my day and it, like Sean and Marty, the
Right,
Rocker. Well, they were the Midnight Rockers, and they were the Rockers in
mhm,
WWE.
right,
And then you also had uh, Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton in the Midnight Express. When you
right.
see good tag team, Ricky and Robert, I'm going now. I'm going way back because I'm
I
old.
love, eh, uh, what's his name? Corey Graves was like
Yeah.
he was like he was like, "They're your favorite tag team's favorite tag team," and I was like, "That's a good line for those guys."
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's a wonderful thing. That's your favorite tag team's favorite tag team. Even though I'm biased towards the Vikings.
No, yeah, well, you gotta have
Oh,
some
yeah.
bias there.
Yeah, because of Ray. But yeah, I was glad to see him back too the prior week, and he's doing good. And actually, it's a little bit earlier than I expected. I thought from when I talked to him, he thought he wasn't going to be back till November.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it's almost there. We're almost in November.
Well, we're almost there. Yeah, we're not quite. So,
Right.
yeah, everything. I mean, I like that now. Also, too, the with the bloodline stuff. Let me, where do you think this is going to go? Is this going to lead all the way up to WrestleMania?
Well, I mean, War Games, right? Survivor Series is in November, right?
Right, right. But are they going to keep it going all the way to WrestleMania? I'm asking. Do
Yeah,
you
I
think?
mean, I think the start of it is going to be assembling the OG bloodline for War Games. That's going to be the start of it, and it's going to lead into, uh, Rock making
Mhm.
his decision
Right.
and having some involvement with WrestleMania. And you got to assume, I mean, the whole Kevin Owens heel turn thing. I don't know if that's going to lead into something into WrestleMania or if that's going to lead into him convincing Randy Orton that Cody Rhodes is a bad guy, and then Randy Orton making the big
Mhm.
turn on Cody. Uh,
Yeah.
so I think it might be something like, uh, I read online someone calling
Are
it
you
like,
there?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You just kind of
Oh,
paused a little bit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I read online somebody calling Cody heel turn, calling it like a home runner run. or Homelander run for Cody. Did you watch The Boys?
The Boys?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I don't think that's gonna. I could be wrong, but I saw the whole thing with they did that kind of really with Kevin Owens promo from his car. It looked like it was
Mm,
really long, like from a cell phone in his
right.
car.
Mm.
That's what it looked like to me.
And
So
then he
it's
did
like
one in
because
like a hotel
he
room.
can't.
Right.
Yeah,
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 they cut his mic off on SmackDown when he was trying to talk. Yeah,
yeah,
that was interesting.
yeah. It was interesting. I just kind of seeing like, I mean, what will this mean? What will come of it? I also see they're building up towards Gunther and Cody at Crown Jewel,
Right.
which yeah, I don't see Gunther going over for that belt. I just don't. I just that's just me. But am I allowed to use wrestling terms in this?
No, I wasn't disagreeing with you because of the verbiage. I was saying like I could see that happening only because he's a heel.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know how they would do it.
Um, something involving uh,
I'm here. I'm
Ke-
here.
Kevin Owens or Randy Orton, and then something involving Ludwig Kaiser and Imperium situation. A big old schmazzy pants.
Big old schmozzy pants.
Yeah.
I just had to send a message to Jeff Hartman about something. That's what I was doing. Just got a bit lot of it's been a busy week for NFL news. A lot of
Yeah.
guys injured, all kinds of stuff. So I just had to let him know about something. I'm going to turn on my fan real quick. So let's take a moment here while we're in the middle of talking about this. Let's take a moment and pause for a word from
Pause.
our sponsors. All right, we're back. What do you got to say about those sponsors? Thank you. Appreciate it.
I gotta
So
say thank you, and I appreciate it, just like
we
you
all
did.
do. We appreciate the fans. We appreciate everybody joining us, and we appreciate our sponsors and just the opportunity. I mean, to get on here and talk about wrestling, it's
I
always
mean,
always a wonderful
we're
thing.
not just a live show. This is a podcast as well. So people who are tuning in to the audio on Spotify, quick
Hmm.
shout out to you. I'm giving
Thank
you a
you.
thumbs up right now.
I'm giving you two thumbs up.
Well,
So
four thumbs up then.
four thumbs. So we're happy. We're very happy to have you. We're
Thanks,
happy for
thanks for
Combat Zone Network.
your participation and your interactions with us, and
Yes, this is on the Combat Zone Network, which is a subsidiary of Fans First Sports Network. Thank you guys for coming on here. So, more about with WWE that I think we could see happening. So you're saying you could see Gunther going
yeah,
over
yeah.
Crown Jewel.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah, yeah,
it's not too far fetched for me to imagine that it could go two way,
yeah,
50-50.
yeah. But I see they're looking at Cody as the golden boy right now there.
Mm,
So you could just I don't know. You let you I'm just saying that he could be like their top baby face, which he is. So I would say that he's the guy that they're gonna probably put the company on. So it's me just thinking that, but did what do you honestly I like that belt. I like the way it looks, that crown
yeah,
jewel belt.
I have no problems with it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's a sweet looking belt. So
it's very intricate and very fancy.
mhm, well,
Fancy.
it's very like Middle Eastern fancy, I think. Would you say?
Mhm.
Would you put it that way? Seems
Yeah,
like
I would put it that way. Yeah.
so. Where is this event? It's in Saudi Arabia. Is that
Hmm.
correct?
And I think it's in Jeddah. Yeah. Or
Okay. Okay. And that's
yeah.
yeah. That's November 2nd. So the Sunday night Halloween Havoc. It's an NXT event. I probably won't be able to watch it live. I'll have to watch it on Peacock later to do the review, which I'll be happy to do because
Mhm.
I will be at. How can I put it? I will be at the. Um, I'll be at I'm covering a football game, so that would NFL football game that day. So
Mm.
depending on what time I get back, what time I'll have for it. But yeah. So I'll definitely be looking forward to that. Anything else that? Oh, what was your thinking? There was the Nia Jax. I know how much you like her matches.
Mhm.
What did you, there's a tag match with Nia Jax involved.
Mm.
What is? Go ahead.
I once again probably fast forwarded right through it. Uh, but um, it
Yeah,
happened.
indeed it did.
It certainly took place.
Indeed it did. Yes, it did. It took
So I
place.
really don't have any other opinions about it other than that.
Yeah, yeah, it happened. It took place. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, Bailey on a hot tag. You're just watching this little girl just run around the ring. It's just
Was it the Hurricane Rana on this Raw, or was that last week when she tried to do a Hurricane Rana on Bailey?
that's probably the week before, I think.
When when anyone wears that shiny red leather jumpsuit, like she was wearing that shiny red leather jumpsuit when she tried to do the Hurricane Rana, that was weird on Haley or on Bailey, and it just looks. She just looks like a gigantic fruit roll up. Like you just wear looks like you're wearing a fruit roll up for clothes.
Wow. Wow, a gigantic fruit roll up.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who wears the shiny red leather outfits, it looks like they're wearing a fruit roll up for clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do a little preview. I'm going to try to take a look at the card. Is there any, well, we could look over Halloween Havoc because I'm not trying to see. I'm going to look up Halloween Havoc and see if there's anything that you might, any of these matches you might want to put over or look forward to.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that because I think the card was announced. Let me pull that up. Here's the Halloween Havoc 2024 card. Oh, I get stupid. NXT Championship. Trick Williams champion versus Ethan Page. What do you think?
Um, I like Ethan Page. I'm not familiar enough with Trick Williams uh,
Mm,
to have like a full fledged opinion on Trick
mm,
Williams. I mean, he
yeah,
seems to have potential. Um,
there's a North American Championship match of Tony D'Angelo and Oba Femi. Femi.
yeah.
Mm,
Also, I, I'm not educated enough in those guys to have opinions at this
mm.
point. I'm not familiar enough with
This
the current NXT product.
this will be interesting. Rich Holland and Andre Chase ambulance match.
Mm. Um, ambulance
Are these
matches
people you're just not that familiar with? Yeah, I just want to see how that worked. I want to see how they
ambulance
worked that.
matches are kind of played out, really. Um,
There's some women's matches too. There's the
yeah, those
Kalani
are all played
Jordan
out
and
too.
Fatal Influence. Yeah, Kalani Jordan, Fatal Influence. Julie and Stephanie Vaguer, Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade.
Mm.
So it looks like, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the card. So do you think the ambulance match will end the show or should it?
It likely will. I mean, that's a big enough gimmick to to end on. Um, so it's going to be hard to follow something like that because it's going to people's attention is going to be all over the place, you know. So having it be last would probably be smart.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, it would be. Well, like it was weird, like when they did the Hell in the Cell match at the last pay per view
Bad
or the
blood,
last
yeah,
Bad
and then
Blood.
they
Yeah,
followed
I
it,
almost called it. I almost called it True Blood.
yeah.
I almost called it True Blood. Yeah, yeah. With what was her name? What was that
Uh,
actress? Anna Paquin. Anna
oh
Paquin.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Anna.
They
Show with
had
Anna Paquin.
the I took a video the other day. They were playing the True Blood theme song on the radio at Applebee's when I was there.
Do bad things to you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Want
I
to
was like, "What's up
do?
with this?"
Ooh, what's up with this? Yeah, what's up with that?
The and,
So I'm
some
glad.
some lady tried to sing that song at karaoke a couple weeks ago, and it was terrible. So
Mm.
I'm going to buy everything to you.
Well, we all know what karaoke means in Japanese, right? Asshole with microphone.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I swore on the StewKast. I did. Thank you. That was that was an old Robin Williams joke, so I'll give him credit. Lord rest his soul. I loved him. All right, so we got
Well,
5 minutes left. Go ahead.
when it comes to Robin Williams, you don't know if it was his or if he overheard somebody else doing it and he thought it was good and he started using it. Because I
Oh,
think that
I'm sure
he
somebody
absorbed a
must
lot of his material off of other people and then went, "Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Here, take money."
he did. He
And
actually did that. He did that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know he actually paid out residuals for people that he
Yeah,
took jokes from.
he would use their jokes because he heard them do it and it was good, and like he didn't like do it on purpose. It was just something that he would
Mm.
do, and then he go, "Oh
It's
God,
like
sorry."
it's like wrestlers stealing moves.
Right, it's very much like that. Yeah,
Yeah, but they do it all the time. Yeah, I mean,
because Robin didn't have like material. He would just go out there and do
yeah.
what spontaneously was happening in his brain.
I always love it in the opening match when somebody gets hit with a pile driver and the guy gets right up and they keep going, and I'm like, all
Don't you
right,
love it?
yeah, it's just
Don't you love it?
or how super kicks don't get sold anymore. It's just like,
You're
jeez,
not so super.
yeah, yeah, yeah. When the super kick used to end it, that was it. The guy was
Mm,
knocked out and he was done. You know,
yeah.
selling is a wonderful thing when you're in the business because you can actually like catch your breath and rest a little bit. But okay, so we got a pay-per-view to review next week. We're gonna have that. Any other wrestling news you want to talk about before we wrap this up? Anything else coming up?
Um,
I haven't heard any big major news or anything
the Hurt
happening.
Business debuting in AEW, them kind of trying to tease that is an interesting way to do it. I'm not. I mean, I, I've heard. I have not seen it. I don't keep up with the product, so I'm not certain about it. But I've heard a lot of people speaking highly of Shelton Benjamin, looking like the star he should be in AEW,
Oh,
and
good for him. Yeah,
you know,
I'm not into
I'm always
AEW that much either, but I kind
right.
of just look at it like it's a place for other guys to get work, which is
Mhm.
great, which is
Right.
fine. Guys and gals, I should
Right.
say,
Well,
just
it's
men
I
and
mean,
women.
all I want is for the success of the wrestling business. I mean,
Yeah.
what's good for the wrestling business is good for us all.
Well, I was going to say something else. What they were talking about with the and it's something. How can I put this? With the Vince McMahon thing, where he basically took over and killed the territories.
Right.
If he didn't do it, somebody else would have.
Oh, it would have absolutely happened one way or the other.
Yeah. If he didn't do it, somebody else would have done it. And the thing that killed kayfabe and killed the territories, technology.
Right.
It's just it's the national cable people being able to be televised with cable. The companies that survived were the ones that had national TV shows, which was WWF and Jim Crockett Promotions at the time,
Mhm.
which eventually had to be bought because they grew too fast. They tried to keep up with Vince and they couldn't do it, so they went bankrupt. And Ted Turner saved them, and then they eventually went bankrupt. So
So, when you started in wrestling, how
mhm,
how much did you want to get a job at WCW versus how much you wanted to work for WWE?
I wanted WWF.
Right from the
That
start.
was the place to go. That was the place to go. You wanted to
Mhm.
go to New York, from
Okay.
the start, but I would have taken WCW if they would have
Right.
offered it. I wouldn't have said no. It was one of those things that I wanted to do it for a living. So,
Right.
absolutely, absolutely. You put in the work and do it. So,
Right.
okay. Well, that's just about to wrap this show up, and we're going to be back next week at 12:35. This is the StewKast, Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm Lou Marconi at L Marconi 251 on Instagram, at L Marconi 1973 on X. My friend, co-host, and very, very good. We're almost like a tag team here. So
Most.
if you do this, if we do, how do I do this? Turn it. We
Do
gonna
the hot
tag each
tag.
other.
Uh,
I tag. I can't.
you
I have no
gotta
sense.
go. You gotta go the other opposite way.
The other opposite. There we go.
Yeah, yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
We hot tag. We're gonna hot tag. Okay. So Corey Castle.
Babyface Fire, Corey Castle.
At Corey Castle ever. I'm just going to lay around and sell because that's what I'm good for.
Mhm.
So
Make the hot tag.
made the hot tag. Made the hot
Face
tag.
fire. Bump a fee. Bump a
Baby
fee.
face
Bump
fire.
a
Hot
fee.
tag. So here we go. Here we go. So we're gonna. This is the StewKast Wrestling Podcast on the Combat Zone Network, a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you. We love talking about Monday Night Raw. Love talking about SmackDown, just talking wrestling in general, because we kind of jump all over the place when we do it. We will be reviewing Halloween Havoc next week. Thank you very much. And you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week. Forgot. Yeah, I forgot the Combat Zone on there. Hang on, let me see if I can get him on. I got him on.